In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to boost your KD in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I don't want to waste your time, so I'm going to get straight into the first tip, which is to abuse freebies. Now, freebies in Siege are anything that can get you an elimination that will not have any effect on if you die within the round. So what I mean by that is me going for this freebie will not get me killed in any way at all, or something that I know that works 99.9% of times, so I'll abuse that and get freebies nearly every round if someone crosses my angle or if someone walks over my C4. Now what you can do, now the easiest example I can give you to get freebies is C4s, nitro cells. They're on a lot of defenders, and all you need to do is use information like cameras, like bulletproof cameras or Valkyrie cameras. You can get your teammate to place down a bulletproof somewhere, or you can just play Valkyrie a lot. Valkyrie's a really strong operator for this. I mean, in general, Valkyrie's a really strong operator for the cameras that she brings. So one example of a C4 freebie is to C4 the default plant on every single map, or any map where vertical pressure is played. So any basement site that has soft floor on the roof, attackers will usually go above and try and play vertically. To stop this, all you need is a C4 in your pocket, and you can get a freebie without having any risk to your health. One example I like to do on CCTV, for example, is I'll simply just put a camera behind these monitors somewhere, or even in these monitors here, I can place them here. Obviously this one's a little bit visible from the breach and you can't see exactly the default plant, but if you hold this, you'll see them run in the breach and go to the spot, and then all you need to do is go below the spot and C4 it. If you don't know as well where the C4 spots are from below, I know it's there because I pinged it and because the bomb's there, but generally the default spot on CC is there, and as you can see it's right on the default spot. But if you don't know, just go on the camera, find where you want to be able to C4, yellow ping it, and then go below, and then you'll see the ping. Okay, so I want to C4 there we go. Easy as that. Clubhouse is a good map for vertical C4s, especially because you can go below CC, you can go below gym, bedroom, and you can go and C4 people in kitchen from basement if they're going for the hatch. So vertical C4s on Clubhouse are especially strong. There's 2 ways as well that you can do these vertical C4s, and that's either to go down in the prep phase and place them, or to do the mid round. Now the one that I recommend is to do the mid round, because you can use the information gained throughout the round to know that if this C4 is going to be useful. You don't want to place a C4 under this under the default plant spot on CC if they're going to plant cash in the push and master side heavy, or you don't want to place one below CCTV window if nobody's on that window and nobody looks like they're going to go on that window. So you want to work around what's happening within the round, and then use your cameras that you've placed in the prep phase to then go around and place. Okay, I hear them breach CC wall. I'm going to go below, quickly put a C4 and run back upstairs. And now you're safe on site. And you can just flick your cameras, see them as soon as they're running, or as soon as you see them running, maybe you're holding an angle like this. As soon as you see them running, if they get past your angle, then all you need to do is blow the C4 and get a free.
Last operator standing. Op 4, last operator standing. Five seconds to go.
Roger.
Friendly's victorious.
Thank you, you're so good.
Hostiles eliminated.
Another example of this is to hold weird off angles. That'll get you free kills or free damage at least as well. One of my favourite ones is to play in this corner on master bed, and to hold the drone hole on the jacuzzi breach. You can hold this drone hole here from the master bed. Now how do you do that? You make some prone holes along this wall. This is best with someone that has a shotgun and an ACOG, so you might want to play a castle for this. And I mean, usually you will play a castle for your gym site, or you can play a Cade and use the TCSG as well. However, it might not be as effective with the damage drop-offs that it has. Okay, so once you've cleared out the rubble, that won't be there if you're using a shotgun. You'll be able to see straight through perfectly. But now you can see here, all the way out there to jacuzzi breach. And as well, I believe you can see people that are rappelling, holding head peak angles on the breach. Yeah, you can see people that are holding angles on these rappels here. As you can see, these bullets are me making the holes in where I was shooting from the master bed. So these bullet holes are actually where you're shooting at. So you can see if someone goes behind the tables out there and peeks the breach, then you'll get a freebie on them pretty easily, or at least do some damage. Obviously, you don't want to do this with Valk's MPX because it's going to be very weak if you're shooting at feet. But if I go like that and start shooting out there, I'll get free damage for no risk to my health at all. Now the next tip that I'm going to give you for getting more kills and improving your KD in Siege is crosshair placement. Now I've done 2 videos on crosshair placement in the past, so if you watch my channel you'll know that like these videos exist, or if you don't then I'll leave a link to the most recent one in the description below so you can click on that and you can get good crosshair placement and improve your crosshair placement, because crosshair placement is very very important in a one-hit headshot game like Siege is. Because all you need to do is have your crosshair on the head level and then hit that one bullet that kills them before they can hit like 5 or 6 bullets in your body depending on what armor level you are, or before they can hit that one hit headshot themselves. Essentially it's just a race to hit that headshot, and if you have good crosshair placement it's very easy to win that race. And if you think about it like this, crosshair placement in Siege means it's so you don't have to actually be able to aim. All you need to do is be able to react, and that can be done a lot quicker than reacting, then moving your aim, then shooting. All you need to do is then just shoot. Like if I'm holding a headshot angle on like this, and somebody swings this angle or peeks this angle that I'm holding, all I need to do here is just shoot, and I know that's a headshot because of like my crosshair placement knowledge. I know that's a headshot, so all I need to do is just shoot one bullet or a couple of bullets, maybe a burst, or maybe just spray it as well just to be safe. And I know that's pretty much always going to be a headshot, while they have to go and clear all these angles. They have to like clear radio, check this door. They have to clear loads of angles and then finally react to you, inflict to you. It just makes it so much quicker and easier to hit that headshot and hit that shot and to get that kill in Siege. Now the next tip that I'm going to give you is to pre-fire common locations. Now this kind of goes a little bit along with crosshair placement, however you don't just have your crosshair placement on common locations, you actually pre-fire them. So let's say I'm peeking this master and I know that somebody's generally going to be in bathroom on a master defense if I'm an attacker here. I want to just pre-fire the common angle, so I'll jiggle it a little bit to get the common angle in my head, and then I'll pre-fire like where I've seen them or where I think they could be. And like you'll just pre-fire loads of different angles where people could be rather than having to peek the angle, then react to somebody and flick to them and then kill them. You just, if you pre-fire them, you might get that lucky kill on them when they're walking through your crosshair basically. If you watch players like Spoit and Uzi, they do this a lot. Like I've seen this a lot in Uzi videos where you'll just see him pre-firing through walls where people might be. If you have good crosshair placement, you can just do that. You can pre-fire a couple of shots through walls and sometimes you'll get lucky. Obviously it is just a game of like a luck at that point, and well, a little bit of map knowledge, knowing where people could be and know where people are. But generally, for the most part, it is just luck at that point to get them through the wall. Like I know someone's running through the breach, I can probably just wallbang this and try and maybe get a lucky headshot on them, because obviously you don't have full info on them, you're not wall hacking, so you can't see them running. But if you know the crosshair placement and you know where people could be based on like the context that's happening within the round, you can just pre-fire these common locations as well. Now the next thing that I'm going to tell you is probably going to be a little bit like, why would you do that? And that's because the next tip I'm going to give you is to play less. Now I mean this as in play less in one sitting. So if you sit for an 8-hour gaming session, you're playing Siege only for 8 hours, and you're just like, you're literally doing nothing else but playing Siege for like 8 whole hours, you're going to realize by the end of it you're getting fatigued and you're playing worse than you were at the start. You probably might notice that every time you get on, your first game is your best game, or your first couple of games are your best couple of games, and then once you start playing more, you start getting tilted, you start getting fatigued, your brain can't focus for that long on one period at like all the different variables that are happening within a Siege game. So to counter that, just don't play as often, like don't play as much in one sitting. So play the same amount you would play, as in like play every day if you want to play every day, but take breaks. Don't just sit in one sitting and play, because you'll start getting fatigued and you'll start getting tilted, you'll start playing worse, your KD will start dropping, you'll start getting less kills per game. And it's a very easy fix, and it's simply just to take more breaks. Like maybe play 2 hours, take a 10-minute break, maybe play 3 hours, take a half-an-hour break. Like it doesn't matter how long the break is, as long as you know that it's enough for your brain to mentally reset. Do something else. Go for grab a glass of water, go for a walk, go feed your dog, go take your dog for a walk, go take your sister for a walk, go take your nan for a walk, go feed your nan maybe as well. Like just do anything, just take a break. You don't have to play for 10 hours straight every single day, and if you do that, you will realize that like at the end of it, near the like 6-7 hour mark, you're going to start getting tilted, you're going to start playing worse, you're going to start tilt queuing, which is going to lose you even more games. Literally just play a couple of hours, play an hour even, take a break, play another hour, take a break. It doesn't have to be like a science behind it. Just as soon as you start realizing like, I didn't play well that game, take a little bit of a break. It doesn't have to be like that long. As long as you can mentally chill, mentally relax, and like reset yourself, go listen to some music for a little bit, go watch YouTube for a little bit, literally anything.
She's like longer.
Four last op.
Asia the best. Good job,
Op
Ace.
4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Now the final tip that I'm going to give you in this video is to work on your aim and to warm up before you go into a game. Now this is very common knowledge at this point, that's why I put it at the end, because generally people already know this, but you're just not doing it. Like, can you consistently say that you warm up every time before you play for half an hour or for an hour? You might do one training grounds, but that's not enough to warm up. You might run around aiming at toes and then start like slowly killing enemies in training grounds, and then you think you're ready to play in a game. You're not. Like, you need to actually have a warm-up routine. Now I have done a warm-up routine video in the past, so I'm not going to go through it in this video, but I'll leave a link to it in the description if you do want to see my warm-up routine that I use and that I've used for a while. You don't even have to use mine, you can find your own, you can make your own. All you need to do is to have some kind of warm-up routine that gets you ready and gets you prepared and gets you like in the mood to play Siege, and exposes you to some of the things that you'll be exposed to while you're playing. Think of it this way: when you go into an examination, like if you're going for a school exam, you need to be prepared for that exam, right? You need to be exposed to the things that you're going to see on that exam. You can't just see an exam paper for a thing that you've not studied for and then be able to ace it. No, you need to be able to see these different things. And the same goes for like Siege aspects. Like, for example, you're going to need to know how to spray, and you're going to need to be ready to spray, and you're going to need to like revise how to spray every now and then. And that comes into warming up. Like, if I go into a training grounds and warm up my spraying, I'll go into a deathmatch and warm up my spraying by just constantly just spraying at all the enemies I see. As soon as I go into a game, I'm going to be ready to start spraying at enemies. Whereas if I first got on, I'm going to do loads of whiffing. And if I just go straight into a rank when I first hop on, and my recoil is going to be ass compared to like if I'd warmed up first. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please drop a like. Make sure you check out my other videos as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.